In Part 1, we exposed how the entire world went from modesty being the global standard to revealing fashion being forced as freedom in just 70 years. But that was only half the story. Because what happened next, with social media, global power, the silencing of modest women and targeting the specific religion, is even darker. And that's exactly what we're uncovering right now. Let's continue. How the algorithm finished what Hollywood started. Hollywood reached millions. Social media reached billions. Before social media, a woman in Karachi, Mumbai, Lagos, Jakarta, or Cairo lived inside her own community. Her beauty standard was shaped by the real women around her. Real bodies. Real faces. Real life. Then came Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Snapchat. Suddenly, every single day, she is exposed to thousands of images of women with surgically enhanced bodies, professional lighting, and digital filters. Presented as real. Presented as normal. Presented as what she should look like. Studies from universities across the world consistently show the same result. The more time a young woman spends on social media, the lower her body confidence becomes. The more insecure she feels. The more she wants to change herself. And an insecure woman is a consuming woman. She buys the cream, the surgery, the fashion, the makeup, the filter app. Every insecurity has a product attached to it, and the platform profits from every purchase. But here is the part that exposes the system completely. What happens to creators who promote modesty? Who cover their bodies? Who push back against this standard? They get less reach. Quietly. Without a rule being broken. The algorithm simply shows their content to fewer people. Recommends them less. Buries them under thousands of accounts that perform the standard. Meanwhile, accounts that show more skin get pushed to more people. More suggestions. More followers. More money. The system doesn't need a conspiracy meeting. It doesn't need a villain in a dark room. It just needs a profit motive. And the profit motive rewards exposure and punishes modesty, every single time. Your feed is not neutral. It never was. It is a machine. And that machine was built to make you feel like you are never enough. How Western values were sold to the entire world. Now let's zoom out. Beyond the individual. Beyond the algorithm. To the global picture. After World War II, America emerged as the most powerful nation on Earth. And it understood something profound, that military power alone cannot control the world. You need something softer. Something that people don't feel as force. You need culture. Hollywood movies were exported to every country. American music flooded every radio. American fashion magazines were translated into dozens of languages. American television shows were broadcast into living rooms from Morocco to Malaysia. This is called soft power. And it is the most effective form of influence ever created. A bomb destroys a building. A film changes a generation. Slowly, the global beauty standard became the American beauty standard. The global fashion standard became the Western fashion standard. And the global definition of a modern liberated woman became a woman who dressed like she was in a Hollywood film. Cultures that resisted were called backwards. Religions that promoted modesty were called oppressive. Families that maintained traditional values were called extremist. The message was always the same: adopt our standard, or be left behind. And this export was not limited to clothing. It exported an entire value system. That the individual is above the community. That tradition is the enemy of progress. That religion is a cage. That showing your body is confidence, and covering it is shame. These are not universal human values. These are specific cultural values. Western. Post-war. Consumer-driven. And they were sold to the entire world as if they were simply freedom. Why are covered women the only ones who aren't? free? And now we arrive at the question that exposes everything. If this is truly about freedom, if the entire movement of the last 70 years has genuinely been about giving women the right to choose what they wear, then why are covered women criticized? Why is the hijab banned in French schools? Why are women in niqab fined and threatened in multiple European countries? Why are Muslim women called oppressed, not by their communities, but by governments that claim to champion freedom? Think about what is actually happening here. A woman in a bikini on a French beach, celebrated, protected, called empowered. A woman in a hijab in a French school, banned, punished, called oppressed. Both women made a choice about what to put on their own body. One choice is freedom. One choice is not allowed. Who decided which one is which? This is not freedom. This is a different uniform, a different dress code, enforced by different people, with different flags, but the same fundamental message. Dress the way we tell you, or face consequences. And the cruelty goes deeper. A woman who wears modest clothing, in any culture, any religion, is told she has internalized oppression. She doesn't know her own mind. She's been brainwashed by her father, her husband, her religion. But a woman who wears a bikini? She is never questioned. Her choice is never analyzed. She is simply free. The assumption is clear: freedom only looks one way. And that way was designed in Hollywood, approved by advertisers, and sold to the world as universal truth. Real freedom, genuine, unconditional, human freedom, looks like this. The woman in the bikini is respected. The woman in the hijab is respected. The woman in the sari is respected. The woman in the abaya is respected. The woman in jeans and a t-shirt is respected. Every choice. Equal dignity. No questions asked. That is freedom. And we are very, very far from it. So let's bring everything together. For thousands of years, across every civilization on Earth, modesty was the global human standard. In Europe, in Asia, in Africa, in the Americas, covering the body was dignity, not oppression. Then, in less than 100 years, a combination of wartime fabric shortages, Hollywood glamour, music industry marketing, corporate profit motives, social media algorithms, and geopolitical soft power completely rewrote the global standard. And the women who maintained the original standard? Who chose modesty? Who covered themselves by genuine choice? They were called the backwards ones. The system profits from insecurity. The algorithm rewards exposure. The industry needs you to feel inadequate. And the cultural export machine needs the world to believe that Western post-war values are simply human values. They are not. None of this means every woman who wears a bikini has been brainwashed. None of this means every woman who covers up is automatically free. People are complex. Choices are complex. But a choice made under social pressure, financial incentive, algorithmic manipulation, and cultural shaming is not truly a free choice. Real freedom requires real information. And today, you got some. You now see something that most people never question. You have joined the few who look past the surface. Who ask why. Who refuse to accept the manufactured reality presented to them on a screen. This channel exists for people like you. We started today as the few. Share this video, and we become many. And one day, we will be all. Subscribe. Leave your thoughts below. We genuinely want to know what you think, whether you agree or disagree. And we will see you in the next truth. Goodbye and thank you for your time.